Peanut butter and chocolate, two timeless flavors that were meant to be together. And no one gets that better than Reese's. They didn't just combine the two, they turned it into a legendary candy icon. These days, Reese's are everywhere, from school lunchboxes to movie nights on the couch. And let's be honest, they're one of America's all-time favorite treats. Mine included. But have you ever wondered how these sweet, nutty little cups of joy actually come to life? Well, let's head inside the factory and take a behind-the-scenes look at how Reese's peanut butter cups are made. This perfect combo of peanut butter and chocolate was born back in 1928, thanks to H.B. Reese, a father of 16 with an iron will to carve out his own path and provide for his family. He called it the penny cup because, yep, you could grab one for just a penny. What started in a tiny basement candy kitchen has exploded into a full-blown sweet empire. Today, millions of Reese's are made every single day at Hershey's massive chocolate factory in Pennsylvania, the same place that cranks out classic Hershey bars. Shiny foil-wrapped hugs and kisses, and a whole lineup of legendary treats. From a humble penny candy to a $3 billion a year brand, Reese's has become a true icon of American sweetness. It all starts with one key ingredient: rich, nutty peanuts. Down in Georgia, the peanut capital of the U.S. fields stretch for miles, producing a whopping 2.5 million tons every year. That's nearly half of the entire country's peanut supply. Here in the heart of the American South, peanuts aren't just a crop, they're a way of life. When harvest season hits, massive machines roll out across the fields, yanking the peanut plants right out of the ground and revealing rows of plump, golden brown shells. Then it's sun time. The peanuts are laid out under that hot southern sunshine for about 2 days, a crucial step that helps dry them out, prevent mold, and boost shelf life. Once they're dry enough, the peanuts are stripped from the plants using specialized equipment and loaded onto conveyor belts, heading straight into giant storage bins. From there, they're trucked off to the processing plant. At the factory, the raw peanuts go through a serious deep clean. Dirt, rocks, twigs, stray leaves, even tiny bits of metal are all filtered out using a combo of sifters, air blowers, and magnets. It's a high-tech scrub down that ensures only clean, high-quality peanuts make it to the next stage. After all, you can't make legendary peanut butter with second-rate peanuts. In just a flash, the rough, textured shells are stripped away, revealing smooth, plump peanut kernels that are seriously tempting. But their journey's far from over. Next stop, a state-of-the-art vibrating sorter where machines precisely separate out any shriveled, broken, or low-quality peanuts that don't make the cut. Even after all that high-tech screening, trained workers step in for a final hands-on check, making sure only the absolute best peanuts move forward. These top-tier nuts are the chosen ones, headed straight for Hershey's main factory, packed into massive sacks weighing up to 2,500 pounds, each holding more than 2 million peanuts. The process kicks off with special forklifts hoisting those mega bags over a giant hopper, where workers cut open the bottoms to release the peanuts. From there, they're funneled into a tunnel-style roaster, a massive machine that dries them out over 35 minutes at a toasty 289 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's the twist. Reese's intentionally roasts their peanuts a little longer than usual. That extra heat gives their peanut butter its signature bold, slightly gritty texture that fans absolutely love. Fun fact, this deeper roast technique was actually discovered by accident when a roaster overheated in H.B. Reese's original factory. What could have been a ruined batch ended up becoming a flavor breakthrough, and it's still the Reese's way to this day. Once they're perfectly roasted, about 19,000 peanuts an hour come rolling out of the oven, still warm and ready for the next step: shell removal. In the automated shelling system, peanuts glide along a vibrating conveyor with a rough surface. As they tumble forward, gentle friction strips away the thin, papery skins. It works kind of like rubbing peanuts between your hands. The skins just flake right off. Next up, powerful air jets swoop in to whisk away those loose skins, leaving behind clean, golden peanuts, ready for action. Fun fact, this facility roasts about 1 million pounds of peanuts every single week. The journey continues down the polishing line. Here, any bits of burnt skin from the roasting process are gently removed, giving the peanuts that perfect golden glow, smooth, shiny, and snackable. Before they're ground into peanut butter, the peanuts get a carefully measured sprinkle of salt. But it's not just for flavor. Salt plays a big role in enhancing the peanut's natural nuttiness and sweetness. It helps balance the richness and keeps the flavor from becoming overwhelming. By mixing the salt before grinding, it's evenly distributed throughout the entire batch, way better than trying to blend it in afterward. Then come the massive grinding blades. These industrial-strength cutters churn the peanuts into a thick, coarse paste, the first step toward that iconic Reese's peanut butter. After getting salted, the peanut butter flows through a maze of stainless steel pipes and gets pumped into the ingredient blending station. This is where things get real. Sugar and a small amount of hydrogenated oil are added, and that oil, it plays a huge role. It stabilizes the mixture, keeping the peanut butter from separating or getting oily. So when you bite into a Reese's cup, it's smooth, creamy, and just the right consistency every time. Then it's time for round 2 of grinding. A high-speed machine, we're talking over 9,000 RPM, slices the peanuts down to ultra-thin layers, transforming the mix into that signature creamy, velvety peanut butter texture we all know and love. If they stopped here, you'd basically have a jar of spreadable peanut butter like the kind sitting on supermarket shelves. But most of this batch isn't going into jars. Nope, it's headed straight for those legendary Reese's peanut butter cups. The finished peanut butter gets pumped into massive holding tanks on the lower level of the factory. And get this, each tank holds so much peanut butter, it could keep a PB and J fan fueled for the next 10 years. When it's time to prep the peanut butter specifically for Reese's cups, the mix gets transferred into a specialized blending machine. Inside, heavy-duty paddles start churning, whipping the peanut butter into a rich, creamy consistency. But we're not done yet. Since this peanut butter is going inside the candy, it needs to be thicker and just a touch sweeter to perfectly complement that smooth chocolate shell. To nail that ideal flavor and texture, confectioners add powdered sugar, a pinch of salt, and emulsifiers to boost the thickness and keep everything stable. And the final flavor punch? Dextro's the secret weapon that brings out the roasted peanut flavor and gives Reese's filling its signature nutty, toasty goodness. Of course, no Reese's cup would be complete without that iconic chocolate shell. While the peanut butter filling is getting perfected on one side of the factory, on the other side, the chocolate, the heart and soul of the shell, is going through its own meticulous prep process. You might assume Reese's uses the same chocolate as a classic Hershey bar, and you'd mostly be right. But the formula actually gets tweaked just a bit to pair perfectly with the peanut butter filling. It all starts with freshly roasted cocoa beans, ground into what's called chocolate liquor, pure liquid chocolate in its rawest form. That's then mixed with sugar, cocoa butter, milk, and lactose powder to create what Hershey calls the crumb, a special chocolate blend with a texture kind of like sweet, chocolatey wet sand. The crumb gets passed through a refiner, where it's crushed into a superfine powder by massive rollers. Then it heads into the conche, a giant mixer where the chocolate is stirred for hours. This step helps everything blend smoothly and mellows out any bitter notes. Emulsifiers like lecithin are added here too, giving the chocolate its silky, melt-in-your-mouth texture. Finally, it's off to tempering, a carefully controlled heating and cooling process that gives the chocolate that perfect snap, glossy finish, and just the right melt when it hits your tongue. Once it's ready, this luscious liquid chocolate is all set to wrap itself around that creamy peanut butter center and become a flawless Reese's cup. While the chocolate is being smoothed to glossy perfection and the peanut butter is thickening into its ideal creamy texture, there's still one more crucial step to prep: the paper cups. Those little paper liners, the signature base of every Reese's cup, are dropped one by one into grooved, round trays on a fast-moving conveyor belt. They're lined up perfectly, ready to catch all that sweet, chocolatey peanut butter goodness. Most of this process is handled by machines with incredible speed and precision most of the time. But just in case a liner gets crinkled, doubled up, or slightly out of place, sharp-eyed workers are always stationed along the belt, keeping an eye out and making quick fixes. The goal? Every paper cup right where it should be, perfectly in position for what's coming next. Right after the tempering process, the liquid chocolate heads straight to a massive overhead depositor stationed above the production line. As the paper cups glide along the conveyor below, a series of nozzles precisely drop the perfect amount of chocolate into each one, forming the base layer of every Reese's peanut butter cup. The nozzles are programmed to fire in alternating rows, doubling the output without sacrificing an ounce of accuracy. Next up, a quick blast of air from above spreads the chocolate evenly across the bottom and just slightly up the sides of each cup. At the same time, the conveyor gently vibrates to help the chocolate settle into a smooth, even layer, the perfect foundation for the delicious filling that's about to drop in. Now comes the peanut butter. That thick, dreamy mixture flows down from above, using gravity to feed into the top of the extruder machine. Inside, it's pushed through circular tubes and sliced cleanly into neat, round portions called plugs. Each peanut butter plug drops perfectly into the center of its chocolate-lined cup below. The cups continue along a vibrating belt, helping the peanut butter plugs nestle right into place, a snug little fit inside their chocolatey home. Then, one last pour of chocolate is added on top, sealing the deal as each cup passes beneath the final depositor. A final blast of air smooths out the surface, leaving behind a glossy, flawless finish with no swirls, no bumps, just chocolate perfection. And just like that, one iconic Reese's peanut butter cup after another rolls off the line, with the factory pumping out up to 20,000 pounds of these sweet legends every single day. But before anyone can take that first sweet, satisfying bite, there are a few final steps to get those Reese's peanut butter cups ready for store shelves. Right after getting their warm chocolate top, the cups head into a 35-foot-long cooling tunnel. Inside, they're kept at a chill 45 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes, just enough time for the chocolate to set and the creamy filling to lock in that signature texture everyone knows and loves. At the tunnel's exit, workers carefully inspect each cup, pulling out any that are out of place or not up to standard, making sure only the best of the best make it through. Once the chocolate is fully set, the trays move along to the demolding station, where each cup is gently lifted out and passed through a spinning system that pairs them up into perfect little duos. Those freshly made pairs are then wrapped in Reese's iconic orange foil and heat-sealed, marking the moment they officially become ready-to-eat snacks. With packing speeds of up to 900 pairs per minute, the finished Reese's are boxed up, loaded onto refrigerated trucks, and shipped across the country, ready to satisfy peanut butter and chocolate cravings from coast to coast. And there you have it, the mouth-watering journey behind the making of the legendary Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That perfect combo of chocolate and peanut butter? It's no wonder people are obsessed. So tell us, which Reese's version are you totally hooked on? Drop your favorite in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share it with your fellow Reese's-loving friends. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on our next sweet adventure. See you in the next video.